Hey guys, it's Skylar and I'm back with another pregnancy update video. This time is the 24-week pregnancy update, and after I address a few things, I will get into the symptoms slash side effects, I never really know what to call it, that I'm experiencing in the 24th week of pregnancy. I am 24 weeks, 4 days, I think. Yes. No. 24 weeks, 3 or 4 days, I don't know. So I'm about in the middle of the 24th week. And I like to do the pregnancy update for that week whenever I'm in the middle of that week, so that I can remember what's going on in that week and tell you what's been going on. And then do the belly shot that's actually true to that week, if that makes any sense. Instead of me being like, this is the 24-week update and I'm actually 25 weeks. I'll just show you my belly right now, and that would not be accurate. That'd be a 25-week belly, not a 24-week belly. So I'm sorry about my air conditioner kicking on and off. I'm going to address a few things before we get started here. So I have my list. I did not want to make this video a negative video, but I wanted to address this because I'm in my feelings today. I just had therapy. I do therapy once a week. I haven't had therapy for like 3 weeks because there was a scheduling issue. So I really needed to get all that stuff out, and I just did therapy, so I'm still in my feelings. And I looked on the views and stuff in the comments on the video that I posted yesterday about my birth story for Lexus, my first child, and it seemed like there was a lot of negative feedback. And sometimes you can have constructive criticism, which is good. That way I know what I need to fix. There was a lot of constructive criticism about the video quality or the fact that it was dark. Yes, it was dark, but I wanted to say it was dark outside. I should have plugged in a light, but I did not. I didn't actually think it would be as dark as it did come out, so I apologize. But the main reason why I wanted to do that video was for you to be able to hear what I was saying about it was a pregnancy journey slash birth and delivery story of my first child, and I want to do my second child and then compare. And then whenever we have the birth and delivery story of my current pregnancy, my third child, then we can compare and see these stories are interesting to me. So I would like to listen to someone's birth and delivery or pregnancy birth and delivery story, whatever you want to call it, to see how it compared to mine, how it compared to all three of theirs. That's just interesting to me. So I thought that it would be a good video to post. But I had a lot of confusion on when I posted it. People were like, wait, you gave birth to your baby at 24 weeks? And I was like, no, this is Lexus, which, if you haven't been following me, I don't often say my kids' names anyway. So if you haven't been following me anyway, you probably don't know that I have 2 other kids. One's Lexus, she's my first. Bentley, he's my second. And then this one's the third, and it's a girl. So I put Lexus's name, assuming that people would know what I was talking about, that this wasn't my current pregnancy, but that was not just safe to assume because most people don't know the names of my kids. That's fine. And then when I started the video, I was like, just to clarify, I'm still pregnant. This is the birth story of my first child. I'm pregnant with my third child, But if you don't watch the video yet and you don't hear what I'm saying, and you just look at the thumbnail, you panic and freak out, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm confused. So that's understandable. So I apologize that it was confusing. So I did change the title to, I think I said birth story of my first child in 2015 or something like that. So I apologize if that's not what you wanted to see or if you were disappointed in that video. Unfortunately, I cannot please everyone, and I'm learning that in therapy, that I cannot please everyone. I'm learning that in therapy and trying not to hold myself to such a high standard that I feel like I need to please everyone and make everyone happy and interested in my stuff all the time, because that's not always going to happen. It's never going to happen, actually, because I can't interest and please every single person on YouTube. That's just impossible. So to those of you who have watched, thank you so much. To those of you who have given me constructive criticism, thank you for that. But I'm in my feelings today, and I'm just kind of I don't know, disappointed or feeling like I need to prove myself and like apologize for whatever it was that made the video bad, or if it wasn't bad, that that wasn't to your standards. I don't know. Anyway, I'm probably just getting emotional. That's one of my symptoms or whatever that I'm experiencing this week of pregnancy. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I wanted to do a moving update at the end of the video, probably. It's a long story. So I'm going to do that at the end of this video. If you have not watched my video on, I think it says something about moving or buying a house during COVID, go watch that and then come back to this one probably, because there is a explanation. There's like a backstory that I'm not going to explain in this video because it's too long, and I'll explain the outcome and what the plan is now at the end of this video. So I've had a lot going on, is what I was saying, that included, and I've just been really emotional, really stressed, and of course I'm a planner. I'm very type A, and I just, when things don't go my way, when things don't go the way I thought that they would go, I try to plan every detail of my life, and that's not doable. It's not possible because things happen that I can't control. I can't literally control everything. So when something happens that I can't control, I just freak out. Excuse me. My throat's kind of feeling scratchy today. But I freak out and I start like hyperventilating with anxiety and trying to control whatever I can control. And so that's where I'm at right now, is high anxiety, because things have happened a lot this week and last week that I could not control. And it just kind of seems like I'm being hit, excuse me, with every different thing from every different direction. And so I've been really like praying and trying to be at peace with the outcome and trust that, which I'm a spiritual person, so I'm going to talk about this, but trust that God has a plan for me, and I know that he does. Jeremiah 29:11 says that I know that I have the plan. I know the plans that I have for you, saith the Lord, plans for good. And I think it talks about prosperity and hope in a future. And so I have that on my wall in the living room, and I try to remember that. And I'm not feeling as bad as I was yesterday. I have learned a lot in therapy, and I did an exercise to cope with these things, and I'm really proud of myself because I feel so much better just by doing that. And I didn't have my therapist right there saying do this. I did it on my own, so that was good. I also wanted to ask, before I get into more of the symptoms for this 24-week pregnancy update, I don't know, I'm sorry about my throat. Anyway, what do you want to see? I would like to do more videos, not all related to pregnancy, maybe about my life, my family, vlogs, birth story, makeup, routines, cleaning, cooking, meal plans, freezer meals, planning, whatever that I enjoy, music, you know. What would you like to see? Would you like to know more about me? I've seen a couple of comments about makeup. Maybe we could do makeup. I don't use a lot of really expensive makeup. I could do a routine. I kind of did my routine a little bit a few videos back. If you haven't seen that video, check it out if you're looking for makeup videos on my channel. I didn't make up something like routine, get ready with me, a few videos back, several weeks ago. And so if you haven't seen that video, check that video out. But just tell me in the comments, like, what would you like to see? I'm not saying I'm going to do it all. I may have some suggestions that maybe I don't feel comfortable with, or I'm just not interested in doing, but I will keep the options open. Anyway, so just put that in the comments, give me some suggestions, because like I said, I don't want to just do pregnancy update videos. I would like for my channel to expand. I want it to be more about motherhood, pregnancy, being a wife, you know, planning, cooking, cleaning, whatever. I do have my daughter's birthday party is next weekend. I could do a decorate with me. I could do like a get it all done or whatever kind of like Tiffany Beeston does, or something like, you know, Brianna Kay. But keep in mind, my video quality is not going to be as good as theirs because they have a lot of professional camera equipment. And so my videos, I'm a very beginner. They've been doing YouTube for like 5+ years at least. So keep that in mind. Finally, 10 minutes into the video, we are getting started with the 24-week pregnancy side effects / symptoms and things that have been going on this week. So I'm going to kind of ramble through these because a lot of these are the same ones as the last few weeks. But as you can tell, the very first one, acne. I'm not wearing any foundation right now. I have a lot of redness in my skin anyway, especially in my face. I've had like a breakout right here that just will not go away. A few videos back when I did my makeup routine, or get ready with me, whatever it was, I mentioned that I had been using an apple cider vinegar and water mixture on my face, which kind of dried out all of this moisture and oil that causes this acne in my face because I have very oily skin. I got lazy and stopped using it, and this is what happened. All of this. I don't know if you can see how bad it is on this side of my face. I don't know why it's not bad at all over here. But when I stopped using that, that's when this happened. So I feel like maybe I'll just have to keep using that. I don't really want to go into like buying expensive products. I'd be willing to definitely be open to any suggestions. Just don't really want to buy like a bunch of really expensive products right now because I'm trying to save some money. But if you have any other suggestions on like some products that still work that maybe you can buy at Walmart, give me some suggestions. Thank you for your suggestions if you do. I've had a lot of abdominal soreness. Can you not play that video in here, please? Because it's noisy. Sorry. I've had a lot of soreness in my abdomen, in the front and back, very lower abdomen. I have also looked up that that's normal for this far in pregnancy, which we're not super far, but the farther that you get, the more stress and weight that is put on your ligaments, tendons, uterus, muscles, whatever. So I feel like that's what I'm dealing with, is the baby is getting bigger and more stress on my body and weight on my body, having to support my uterus that's growing, the baby that's growing. And why is my son blaring music? The next thing that I've experienced is pressure and pain in my lower abdomen, but it's not a contraction. So like, I feel like sometimes when you're pregnant and the baby starts weighing more, like I think it said on the What to Expect website that she should be average. This is just average. Most of the time my babies weigh more than average, but she should be like 11.5 inches long and 1.3 pounds by this point. So just the fact that she's 1 pound, plus you've got the uterus and the placenta and the amniotic fluid, so more weight. So of course she could have abdominal soreness and pain. And then if she gets in a ball or like pushes on my uterus or my cervix or whatever else, I feel like it could cause like some uncomfortableness or pressure, or like just, I don't know. Cause like when this happens and I get this feeling, I feel my stomach and I push on it to see, is it a contraction? And it's not tight all the way around. It's just only, it feels like there's pressure on the inside, but it's not tight. So back whenever I was 15 weeks and I was having like weird contractions or whatever I thought that they were, I don't know what they were. Doctor said they could have been contractions. Maybe it was just the baby getting in a weird position and pushing on my cervix or pushing on my uterus, like maybe stretching out or something like that. And just like if you're pushing on something on the inside of my body as hard as you can and you're a baby and you weigh 1 pound, I feel like that could cause some pain and uncomfortability. So ignore the noise in the background, I'm sorry. My son likes to rock on the couch. So the next one is a lot of movement this week. I can tell that she's growing and making progress and getting longer and weighing more because I can look at my stomach and sometimes it'll just be going like this. I mean, there's just movement everywhere. She's rolling, she's kicking. Sometimes I can tell, like, you know, she's asleep. She had moved for a little bit. But then at nighttime, whenever I lay down, my husband said the other night he had his arm on my stomach or something, like, or up against it, and I was asleep, and he said it was like moving everywhere, and he was like, whoa, she's going crazy in there. So even whenever I'm sleeping, which most of the time babies will be more awake in the womb when you're not moving, because your movement is supposed to, like if you're walking around at work or whatever, it's supposed to kind of like put them to sleep, because it's like, you know, they're in amniotic fluid, so they're just kind of like while you're walking, and that puts them to sleep most of the time. And they actually sleep just as much, if not more, as a newborn baby inside the womb. Interesting. Hey, Bentley, can you quiet down, please? So, another thing. What? Got a lot of noise going on in here today. So, nothing fits. Everything looks weird. Get to that point where my shirts, if they're not maternity or if they're not tight around the bottom of my stomach, then they just stick out and it looks weird. My work shirt is a button-up shirt. My button toward a little bit below my belly button, that button, it's about to pop. I'm gonna have to get another shirt. I don't want to get another shirt because it costs like $17 and I just don't want to spend it. I just don't want to spend it. I don't like to spend money if I don't have to, or if I'm not doing it to prepare for something, and if it's not for the baby or my kids or my husband, I don't like to spend money, and that's kind of weird. I don't know. What?
Isn't it okay if you try to find the password and get Spider-Man back?
I don't know how. Daddy said it's broken. You'll have to pick a different game.
I want you to download Spider-Man back.
You don't want to play Far Cry?
No, it's too hard.
Well, I'll be in there in just a minute.
And on remote are not hard.
It shouldn't be hard. It's just the beginning. I'm craving a lot of sweets. I'm really struggling with not eating. Just really crappy. I'm wanting gummy worms. I love the Very Berry gummy worms from the Dollar General. I don't know if they sell them anywhere else, but that's where I get them. Really wanting chocolate. Really wanting cake. Icing. Like, just craving all the bad stuff. I can also tell that the pregnancy is progressing because I've had some swelling in my feet a little bit, and my hands and my face, but not as bad as, you know, if it was 40 weeks pregnant. Of course, it's just going to get worse. But I can tell that it's getting worse already, because yesterday and a couple other times, but yesterday, for example, was outside, and it's hot, but it wasn't really super hot. And I've been standing up for a little while, and my feet just started kind of hurting, and everything was hurting. I'm just feeling like really kind of like, ugh, just need to sit down. I'm tired. And I looked down at my feet and my sandals, and they looked really swollen. And when I say really swollen, of course it's going to get worse, like I said, because my feet, they were like, with my first pregnancy, my daughter was born in August, and my feet, after standing up at work in the heat, they were like the size of a softball. I'm not even kidding. That's no exaggeration. They were horrible. My ankles were non-existent. It was absolutely horrible. My feet were not that swollen, but they were a lot more swollen than normal. So I can tell that it's getting worse, especially in the heat. I tend to swell more when it's hot. I've also had a lot of like, my nose has been dry. I go to like blow my nose or like put like a tissue up in there to get something out. There's like a little bit of blood, but that's normal in pregnancy also. One of the main side effects / symptoms that I've been experiencing this week is my boobs. They hurt so bad. I don't know if it's like they're hurting because they're growing again, which that happens in pregnancy often. I don't know if my boobs are hurting because maybe they're getting ready to produce milk, since we're getting to, 6 weeks to 30 weeks. We're getting to the point where, once we hit 30 weeks, it's like we're almost there. But I don't know if they're like the glands are trying to like develop or get ready to produce milk, but they're hurting. It almost feels like they're like tingling, like they're trying to like leak. I have not ever had a milk leakage in pregnancy yet. I know it's possible. Didn't have it with my other two, even at 40 weeks, which I never made it to 40 weeks with either of them because I was induced before. But you know what I mean, like way in the pregnancy. I don't know if that's what it is they're getting ready to leak. I don't know. They hurt. They're very sensitive, very nipple sensitivity. Can't touch them. Can't do anything. Even in the shower, it hurts if the water is on them. So that's been a major, like, symptom / it's kind of been a complaint because it's been so bad. Just specifically this week. So, moving update. I need to hurry up and get off of here and do the belly shot and get off here. Moving update. I don't know if we're going to wind up buying a house. I think that we need to wait. I actually talked to one of my family members, and a couple members of my family have houses that they rent, and so we rent right now, and I'm thinking that what's going to happen is that we're going to end up moving to one of my family members' rent houses, and that will pacify me for now. It's better condition, and we know the landlord. Like, that was one of my issues, is that I didn't want to move to another rent house because I don't like living somewhere that I don't know the landlord. I've had really bad experiences in the past. We know these landlords here now. We've lived here for 4.5 years. I do not want to have to sign another lease, and we would not have to do that if it was our family member. We'd probably end up staying there longer than the lease time anyway, because we know them. It's in a good location. We know the location. We're familiar with it. It's not like super far away, and it's convenient. The location is pretty convenient. So if we do move, which when I talked to my dad, he was like, which my dad, we're really close, and he is always like giving advice when I need it and things like that. And he's like, I think you just need to stick it out, and at least until the baby's born. Your house is not going to fall apart right this second. Like, the termite issue, my landlord is actually, he had them spray yesterday, and they actually drilled a hole in the cement in the garage where it was the worst, and I didn't think they would do that. So that might actually, it's probably not going to fix the problem, but it would help a lot more than I thought. Like, he exceeded my expectations, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm not saying we're not moving. We probably will move within the next 6 months. But I don't really want to move whenever I'm 6 months pregnant. Which there's still a renter in the house that my family member owns. So we're thinking that they may move out soon. If they move out, we're moving. As long as my husband is okay with it, which he's not quite on board yet. I've got to talk to him a little bit more. But if that rent house comes available and he says we're moving, then we're moving, because I'm on board with it. So that's the update on that. If I get any further updates, I will let you know. That's a life update for real. That's like what I'm stressing about right now in life is I don't like instability. I don't like the unknown. I like to control everything. Very type A, very planner. And I don't like to feel unstable at all whatsoever, especially on something where it's our home, which we would be fine being here, but it's just not the condition that I want. I would like to have a better condition. I would like to have something a little bit nicer, but I feel like renting is a huge waste of money, but we're just not able to buy the condition of house that we want, or the type of house that we want that has all of the things that we would like to have. So I feel like we shouldn't go ahead and buy one that we're just like partially satisfied with. because it might end up being a house that is more of a fixer-upper, and we would just have to spend money trying to fix it anyway. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do the belly shot. I'm gonna move you. But you're seeing my mess in my bedroom, and you see it every time, and I say this every time. You probably don't even care, but here's with my shirt. Very round. I feel like when I look down, my belly button sticks out, but it doesn't stick out that much, like right here. But it's very hard. Even my daughter commented on how hard that it is. So, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about with my shirts. I feel like that looks weird. Unless it's really tight like that, I feel like it looks weird. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting. Thank you for nice comments, and constructive criticism is good. I'm just all up in my feelings right now. I'm feeling emotional this week. Just got done with therapy, like I said, so I'm sorry if I insulted people by saying that I got a lot of negative feedback on the last video that I had. I'm just really self-conscious right now, really emotional right now, like I said, hormonal. So that's just where I'm at. I just have to be honest. Like, I like being honest and saying what I feel and being transparent. So that's just who I am. I don't know what the next video is going to be. I don't know if I'll just go ahead and wait and do the pregnancy update, or if we'll do like another vlog, or a decorate with me, or a clean with me, or, you know, another sit down video, or my son's birth story like I did my daughter's birth story. Please give me some ideas. I don't really want to upload videos and waste my time that no one's going to watch, or that people don't enjoy or think are bad or whatever, which maybe it was just bad quality, maybe it was just confusing, I don't know. But just give me some ideas, because I really don't, like I said, I don't really want to waste my time. I really don't want to like look on there and because sometimes mean people will come on here and be like really mean, which the last video people weren't being mean, but I'm just saying, like, I've had that happen to me before, like 3 months ago. Maybe it wasn't that long. It was before I got pregnant, so yeah, it was definitely 3 months ago. But there was a person that was really mean, and I'm so worried that somebody's going to come on here and be mean and really hurt my feelings, because I'm very sensitive, so I don't really want that. So let me know what you want to see. If I'm comfortable doing it and it's something I'm interested in and I want to do, then I will do it. And I will answer it, like I say this in every video, I feel like. I will answer your comments, but I answer them like once or twice a week, or once every week and a half, just whenever I can get around to it. And I go through and I answer a lot at once. I don't just like hop on and when I see a comment, I'm answer it immediately. I will answer your comment, but it just may take me a week or so. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. This is me being very, like, you're seeing me in my natural habitat and all my transparency and honesty at 24 weeks pregnant. And I feel like it makes me crazy. Like, when I'm pregnant, I feel like it makes me so emotional and self-conscious and sensitive and absolutely nuts. So you're seeing me in the middle of that, and that's very honest and raw to pregnancy. So if you want to see that journey, if you want to see me cry, if you want to see me act all weird and not myself, and really experience with me what pregnancy is like, definitely subscribe and you'll be able to experience that right along with me. So I will talk to you on my next video.